Welcome everybody to the Eazystar Variety Society, and this is the first episode, so I'm just gonna break down things that we will be doing and showcasing on the show, and just the general feel of the show. It's a variety show, cover a wide gambit of fields and just subjects, period, and it's done in an organic fashion. I just kind of let things develop as they cross my path, cross my world, kind of fit them in and share with you guys out there in the Triangle area. And it's also a personable feel. You know, I like to be comfortable. You will see me stutter. You will see me, you won't see me in shirt and ties and everything. I just try to relax and, enjoy myself while I, share my world with you and let you guys feel the same comfort out there, We basically break it down into three fields, that we have. We have our cultural arts field, we have our comedy skit field, and then we have our community field. Now with the culture and arts, I think the prime aspect of that is our featured artist. Every week just about we will have a featured artist from the Raleigh Triangle area come in, try to see if we can finagle a live performance out of them. Also, we like to get an interview of them. I personally like to interview artists. As an artist, I feel I have a nice insight to peel away some layers and get to know. There's one thing to have your portfolio and you can tell me everything you're going to tell everybody in the whole wide world, but I like to peel away some layers and find out what makes you tick, what motivates you, things of that nature. So we have interviews coming on here. Also, a lot of artists have music videos or things of that nature, so we get, we're going to also plug the artists and promote them by showing their music videos. Also, what I like to do, I like to bond with people, you know what I'm saying? So I'm also trying to get the artists to come in here and do maybe a couple of comedy skits with me. Something, something to just get involved with the program. And also, what I like to do as far as culture and arts is event coverage. Raleigh has tons. I go downtown about once every 2 weeks, and every time I go down there, I bump into some kind of festival, some kind of fair, some kind of event. I mean, I've gone downtown and seen BMX trick bike riders downtown. I've gone down there and seen motorcycle festivals. I mean, every time I go down there, it's something. I went down there one weekend and bumped into the NHL All-Star Weekend day. It was the day before. They had just like a day where they blocked the streets off. Every team was represented. Raleigh was well represented there. Always something going on there here in Raleigh. So we're going to cover that. Also, there's a ton of festivals and fairs outside the downtown area we want to cover. Also, in the artist area, once again, I see a lot of showcases, especially in the field of spoken word and poetry. So I want to get out there. It seems like a lot of talented people here in the Raleigh Triangle area have a lot of creative things to say. We want to hear it. We want to know here. So also, like I said, we go into our comedy, our shorts, our skit area, and we have a few I'll always be coming up with new creative ways, and my friends as well will come up with creative skits. But as of right now, we have a couple of regulars on here. We have a skit called Marvolo Moments. And the Marvelous Marvolo is a personal friend of mine who happens to be a wizard, a warlock. And he's very mystical, and he has insights into the universe that just always overwhelm me. And we invite him onto the show. We talk about different subjects, and he can actually tell the future on these subjects, and it's always interesting to hear what he has to say and to try to wean out what he actually means by these things. And we also have a segment called The Best We Can Cooking Show. I'm not a rich guy. I'm on public access, so oftentimes I'm often having to try to eat affordably, and there's many ways I go about getting food affordably, and oftentimes it can be a challenge to have something, a variety and things that taste good and, satisfy the palate. So I have a segment called Best We Can Cooking, and what it does is just get into the way me and my girl Brenda, we get in there and chop it up in the kitchen and come up with some creative meals here. And also, speaking of chopping it up, I have a lot of good friends. I consider myself semi-deep, and I hang with some semi-deep people. I say semi because we are people of action as well. But there's various current events and subjects that come up, and I like to chop it up with my people. And we'll have a segment called Chop It Up, and that's exactly what we'll do. We'll politic on certain subjects. Also, there's Droppeth the Jewel, which is a segment every once in a while. You know, Eureka, I'll have a moment of wisdom and I want to share it with the good people. Droppeth the Jewel is how I do that. And also there'll be a series of mock interviews. We're starting with one today, actually. And oftentimes, you know, I'll be laying back, I'll be chilling out as I'm prone to do. And my imagination will say, hey, you know what? You interviewing such and so would be just so much of a hilarious thing. You just need to go ahead and do it. So we you know, carry out these mock interviews and we have a good time with those. Also, community segment. The community segment, we take subjects, we take current events, and we go out 1 block away from NC State. So, I mean, we're going to go all around Raleigh, actually, and talk to different people from different areas and walks of life about subjects and current events and see what people's opinions are. So, you know, just to share those things and to plug in with the community here in the Triangle area. Also, sometimes I just think there are facts and factoids and just things that occur and happen in our world that need to get out there, and I'll put them out there in our public service announcement segment. So there will be certain public service announcements through the show. And basically that is a nice introduction of the concept of our show. And we're just going to get into it. The first thing we're going to do is our first featured artist. And our first featured artist is someone you know fairly well, you know, you just met him, and his name is Eazystar. That's right. Besides doing video work and everything, I do writing, and first I started out as a hip-hop artist, and I still do that work as well. So before I get into too much of myself, I brought in a very special guest to interview me, and I'm so honored and privileged to have somebody that I could trust and that will actually have the gall to get into me and peel my layers away and find out what makes me tick. It's my main man, the marvelous Marvolo, wizard extraordinaire. He's going to interview me. So take a bow, Marvolo, and let's get ready to crack this. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to Marvolo's Variety Society.
Well, actually, it's the Eazystar.
I have spoken.
Well, I am honored to have you interview me, Mr. Marvolo. Thank you.
Yes. So what sort of artist are you?
Well, start off, I'm a writer. That's what I started off doing first, is writing. I started writing music, hip-hop music first. And then I started gradually writing essays. And I also write short video scripts. Once tried to write an entire movie out, but never quite finished it. But I do some writing. And also, like I stated, I am a hip-hop artist. I've been doing that for so long. That is my expertise, and I don't know many who has more expertise than me at it. And also, what I do is, I guess, you know, everybody calls it acting, but me particularly, I just call it creative behavior, and that's what I do, you know, and some acting in front of the camera and stuff like that.
Please explain this creative behavior.
Well, like the word acting really sounds like pretending. You know what I'm saying? You got the script and everything is so predetermined. There's all these pre's in front of it, like you really doing something, planned for beforehand when you're not really focused in the now. Creative behavior, what that allows me to wrap my mind around it is that I'm actually doing something like right now to give off a certain chemistry in the moment. And it may have to follow along like a little certain script or a guideline or whatnot, but my mind is actually allowed to just focus in the now. That's why I choose to, and it allows me to focus on my current action. So that's why I choose to use the word creative behavior.
I see. So what type of essays do you write?
Well, my essays, what I really do. See, I'm a philosopher amongst many of the other things that I am, scientist and all that stuff. But as a philosopher, I sit back and I observe the world, you know what I'm saying, in a spiritual format. And not to freak everybody out, when I say spirit, I kind of think of the word frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? And you can sit out there and observe everybody and serve everything, you know, observe everything, and you can kind of see the frame of minds that are healthy and function and will lead to more functionality. And you can see frames of mind that you know is going to run into a dead end sooner or later. It's going to collide with harmony. It's going to be dysfunctional. So, you know, current event by current event, you can actually see what frame of mind is causing the problem and what frame of mind could actually be the solution. And a lot of times those things will make themselves so clear to me that I just go ahead and write a short essay about it, get it off my chest and share it. I mean, if you go to my Facebook page, that's DelanoEl at Facebook, you can actually check out some of my essays.
What is this hip-hop?
Well, to me, it's like hip-hop is like street culture made beautiful. And it's not always got to do, sometimes it's like a beautiful revolution type of attitude as well. You know, sometimes there is the true fight, you know what I mean? But all in all, I would say hip-hop is like street culture made beautiful, and it's broken down into graffiti. You know, those are the people that get in the street and draw, you know, on walls. They get arrested and stuff like that. But, you know, nowadays it's kind of been commercialized or, you know, milded down where graffiti artists don't have to be, they can have venues to do their art. Also, then there's the DJs. DJs are the ones that get the party started in the parks and the house parties, you know, and they play a particular type of hard drum music, the boom and the bap. You know, basically it's the foundation of the hip hop sound. You have your break dancers. It accompanies the boom and the bap so well, and it actually, like I said, gangs used to fight in the street culture. Breakdancing was a way they made the street culture beautiful, so they danced it out, and that's how that got started. You know, gangs turned into dance crews, and it was just like, okay, we gonna really see who's the baddest dudes out here, because in breakdancing, it's you can really tell the quality of somebody's character and daring while they're breakdancing, and their essence and their beauty. You can just see a lot of things about a person's character while they're breakdancing. You can actually kind of see sometimes who is the better man, or hey, we just all some good breakdancers here. Let's watch this as peace. You know what I mean? And then I think the other element would be emceeing, and that is what I'm expertise at. I'm an MC. You know what I mean? So that's what I would design. That's what I would decipher hip hop as being in a general state.
MC? MC? What is this MC?
Well, dang, you never heard of an MC? Well, an MC stands for, well, people say it's Master of the Ceremony. And originally, those that rocked the parties and the shows were the DJs. The DJs were the original stars. But it's like the music could only say so much. When you had an MC, though, he could actually